children, we dreamt of our future. But somewhere along the road to adulthood, some dreams get lost along the way. So what happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Does it disappear like morning mist? Perhaps it becomes MacNastee.
My music style is pop funk. I got some nasty in it, and I got some dancing in it.
Pop funk is a culmination of, taking all the influences from the past and bringing them to 2016 with fun, flavor, flair, and just funkadocious, funkadelic, funkativity. Yeah.
Pop funk is a fusion of pop beats to funk lyrics. As good as I can say it.
Funky has a certain vibe, but then when you add pop in it, there's not really artists that really mess with that. So I say MacNastee is what I think about funk.
I love MacNastee's music. I listen to a lot of Dame Funk and Stone Throw records, and I think MacNastee does a great job of bringing back a long forgotten musical style and doing it authentically and doing it in a way that's awesome for a new generation.
Today, we step inside the world of pop funk singer MacNastee DaFo and discover how he keeps his musical dream alive and in living color.
I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. We was raised pretty poor. We weren't poor, we were po. They come from a lot of money, my mother used to send us to people's house and they told us to get pots and stuff and bring back home. I didn't realize that, we was that poor that people was feeding us. My musical inspirations are James Brown, the Spinners, Function, Gap Band, Cameo, Prince, Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind and Fire for sure. Stevie Wonder was a great artist that it had a big influence on me. Those are pretty much my inspiration of getting into funk. And George Clinton, of course, he's like the king of funk. In Indianapolis, I was with several little bands, they had their names, they came and gone. But the significant band in Indianapolis was Midnight Sun. It was a show band, and some of my best friends were in this band. My first musical memory was my mother singing in the choir at church. My grandfather was the pastor of our church, our local church, and she sang solo in the choir. She also played piano. Watching her influenced me. Kind of got me interested in actually being around a lot of people and seeing how they related to her as she sang. I sang a song one Sunday at church with my mother. We sang Jesus Loves Me, This I Know. And I had my little solo part and I sang it and I felt it, and apparently the congregation felt it too. And they stood up and started screaming and I was instant star.
Let me tell you something. I ain't got to deal with you.
Working with Mac is a whole experience in itself. We get in the studio. First off, he's very meticulous. He knows what he wants. He knows what he likes. And that's one reason why we work very well together, because he can definitely convey his dream and his vision of the song easily. But our sessions are super fun. We get into it. I'm usually dancing all around the studio. I'm usually just all over the place with him. And we've kind of developed our own recording style together. So it's fun to be innovative and try new things with Mac. Because he always comes in ready with the songs. He knows the songs front to back, so it's easy to say, all right, let's try this. Let's throw this in there. Let's have a new vibe for this. And he'll just go in there and do it and deliver it right then and there. So working with Mac is fun. It's a blast, and he's a great individual, and a character that the world is not ready for.
The name MacNastee, that came up one day at a session I was doing at a studio. I was recording, and the engineer asked me, "So what's your stage name?" Which I didn't have one at the time. And the first thing that popped in my head was MacNastee. And I already committed to it. So that's the first thing that came out of my mouth. I mean, I don't know how it came out in my head, but it came out really fast. It kind of did something for him. He said, "Man, that name sounds just like your music." You know, I was like, wow, okay. How did I decide on my look? First of all, I had to think about the type of music I was playing, and this is the look that came out in my head that MacNastee would look like for the music I was producing. I like adventure, and this look is a little different than most people can take, you know, but I feel really comfortable in it. You know, I thought I wouldn't, but you know what? I kind of do.
The name of the song for the video I did with MacNastee was called "Can You Feel the Funk?" And it was real funky, energetic too, innovative, different, kind of get you in your mind, kind of like a little trippy a little bit, but it's a dream. In the video, if you actually see the beginning to the end, it's actually a dream, so it kind of gives you that freedom to just like explore. And during the process of the video, which is real different, because during the process you kind of feel like he's gonna stop acting behind the camera, but when you turn it off, he's like ready to go for the next shot. I'm like, all right, bet, we gotta keep recording, bro. Like, it's real cool to see him like in his comfort zone. And I love people who just know how to focus on themselves and not worry about what other people think. And
what I'm doing for MacNastee is I am putting his music out on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, and then we're just basically trying to get him a general feel for his release, his graphic work, and just have a really cool album cover. And yeah, we're trying to get his music out there so that people can buy it. He's already got a good fan base going on Facebook, so we're just trying to embolden that with the release.
I never thought people would respond to my music the way they do. I have more people loving my music than I thought. You know, probably right now, 10, 15,000 people that wants to be fans, or they're my followers. So the response has been great. I love it. If social media was around when I was coming up, I'd probably be a music icon right about now, a legend. I'm already a legend in my own mind, but I'd be a real legend. The name of my album is Come and Get It. Going on tour is a plan for me. I want to go on tour overseas, and hopefully everything goes the way it's supposed to go. You know, I will be traveling overseas to England, you know, Chile, Philippines, Japan, you know, Germany. I want to be global. What I like for the people to get off from my album is not to take things too seriously. Have fun, enjoy yourself, have a good time, and just all around be who you are. You know, you have one life, you live that life, lived up to the fullest. Have some fun while you're here. You know, it's nothing philosophical about my music. It's just have a good time and do what you want to do without hurting nobody. If you love what you do and you have a passion for it, no matter what someone else says to you, you know, just blow them off and go straight ahead. Go forward. It's your dream. It's your life. MacNastee out. Yeah.
And there you have it. MacNastee, the man, the myth, the legend. Until next time, remember, music is life.